Hi, we're Barnes and Leslie from The Morning X.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Hey, listen, if we could ask for a small favor, would you mind following our podcast and leaving us a 5-star review on our Apple Podcast page? That would just mean so much to us.
We thank you for taking the time to do that. And now let's get on with the show.
If you have a Kia or a Hyundai Elantra, the tow yard told me they've been getting calls like crazy. Kias and Hyundai Elantras are being stolen. It is the new trend.
It is indeed, and I don't know, Leslie, if you know about this.
No.
But I'm about to enlighten you on what is now coming to Atlanta. And if you're listening to this right now and you're like, yeah, it happened to me, we would love to talk to you. 470-741-4999. I would wager my whole year's salary that we'd at least get a call.
So tell me exactly, people are stealing Kias?
All right. They're stealing Kias and now Hyundais. And it started in Wisconsin, and now it is coming to Atlanta. Here's a little intro about what it is.
The screech of stolen cars can be heard ripping through roads.
They're stealing Kias and Hyundais with a cell phone charger.
And a new viral trend that is now a real-life menace.
I don't give a fuck where you at. If you in Japan, Australia, you in the middle of Antarctica, and you got a Kia that is on that, please be safe, because I'm going to beat your ass whoever did this, bro.
So that's just a little, there's the trailer, Leslie. That's the movie trailer.
So it's easy to steal because?
Well, a few years ago, someone uncovered a design flaw in Kias and then Hyundais that they allow thieves to easily steal it just using a USB cord.
What?
So most of the newer cars have, the chip sensors in the keys.
Yes.
It'll prevent you from starting it unless the key is there to help trigger the ignition. Well, since Kias are more affordable, they don't have these chips in some of the models, allowing them to be stolen a lot more easily. And the flaw was magnified by TikTok, where all of a sudden they were called the Kia Boys with a Z. They showed how easy it was to steal these cars, and then that action went viral. So the whole goal is reckless joyrides.
So, of course, TikTok had something to do with it. So these guys are on TikTok, and they're showing people how easy it is to steal a car, basically.
Well, keep in mind, Kia Boys, it's not just like a couple of dudes. That's your moniker. Like if you were in the Ramones.
Gotcha.
You're a Kia boy. Yeah, so here's an interview. Now, these guys are all covered up. Their face is covered up, and all you can see is their eyes. And they are talking to this guy from Donut Media, and he's interviewing them. He just somehow came across. It's not hard to find these guys, because you'll see Kias come flying through the streets recklessly, sometimes with people hanging out the windows, on the hood. But check these dudes out. These are straight out thieves, and he's talking to them and filming the whole thing.
So we got the ignition cylinder out, and so what this does...
My bad. This is not that part. I'm going to play that. This is the dude in real time showing you how fast it is to do it.
Okay.
I got my two clips confused, but here it is. This is how quick it is.
So we got the ignition cylinder out, and so what this does is it mates up with the ignition cylinder right here. That looks to be about the same size. Just a USB plug. So here we go. Jam it on there. A moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. Heck yeah. Holy crap. Yo, I'm part of the Kia Boys. I'm a Kia boy now.
Yeah, nice. Not funny.
He's laughing about it.
20 seconds. And these guys are way faster because what he did was he removed the little plastic part underneath the steering wheel, and then you can stick a USB cord right on this little nub that's on there, and then just start the car.
So they sort of made this a challenge on TikTok, and then it just went viral.
I guess, most people steal cars for money. These guys are completely doing it for the joyride. And eventually people get their cars back, apparently, but they are thrashed. If you do a quick search on for Kia Boys on TikTok or probably even Instagram. You'll see it. But here's the interview. So this is the quick interview with some of these actual dudes that call themselves Kia Boys.
If you had to guess, the average Kia Boy out there, 30 cars, 50 cars, 2 cars?
People be on sprees because some people don't know how to drive, so they got to steal so many cars because they run through them.
Because they crash them?
Yeah. I know people who got like 200 car thefts, 300 car thefts.
What? And are you scared of potentially ever going to jail? Do you ever think about that?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm only scared of the black trucks. The police, I ain't gonna lie. I'm only scared of the black trucks. You only gonna do like 3 weeks shit. It's a misdemeanor.
You only do 3 weeks for stealing a car?
Hell yeah, it's a misdemeanor.
So is there really no punishment for this?
Hell no. It's the high speed. That's when you get a felony.
How old do you think the average Kia Boy is?
12, 11.
12, 11? You know what I was doing when I was 11? I was catching frogs.
How pathetic is that?
That's really sad, honestly. And the fact that you can do it and
and
you can go on TikTok and do this and no one is saying anything.
Some of these kids are 10, 11, 12 years old. If you search you'll see some of the videos where people are filming, catching them in the act of doing it. And then the little kid gets out. He looks, 8, 9, 10 and just runs away like a kid running off to the playground.
So what has Kia said about this? This is unbelievable.
They have put out they did a bunch of like a couple $100 million settlement that allowed them to recover a bunch of cars. They also donated thousands of those steering wheel locks since November of 22 to 77 different agencies in 12 states to try and curb it. But in some cases, these guys are stealing it and just leaving that thing on the seat.
So obviously now they're going to have...
Here's one. This guy's Kia was stolen. Hey, Morning X, good morning.
This is Alejandro.
Hey, Alejandro, was your Kia stolen?
Yes, it was. Right out of our driveway in the middle of the night.
No way. So you just woke up? You woke up and it was gone?
Well, I went to work, and then my wife calls me asking for the car, and I was like, well, you took it this morning. I was like, oh, wait, she didn't go to work this morning. I was so used to not seeing it that I just completely didn't think about it. And the first thing someone at work says was, it was a Kia, wasn't it? And I was like, yeah. Oh, it was the Kia Boys. And I was like, oh, well, that's something new. It's good to know.
So your people at work knew about the Kia Boys. You didn't.
I did not. I've never heard of it. I'm not on TikTok. So they're like, oh, yeah, it's a TikTok challenge. I'm like, oh, that would have been good to know. And because we never got a call from Kia to upgrade our security. One of my coworkers did. And so, yeah, it's literally in the middle of the night. No glass broken. Our dogs didn't bark. They bark at everything. And nope, just very quietly.
Wow.
Do you have the Ring doorbell or anything? Did you get any video of it?
No, we have the Google, the Nest camera that was pointing just at the front door, and I had a camera I never installed, a second one, and I immediately installed it the day after. That would have gotten the driveway, so that was on me. That was my fault.
I've seen some of these videos where they come up to the door and they will ring the doorbell and say, like, Kia Boys got you, bitch, and then run. You see them run and get into the person's car and drive off.
Oh, that would not be cool.
So wait, did you call the police and say, hey, I think the Kia Boys stole my car?
Oh, as I was driving home, I just told my wife, hey, call the cops. Go ahead and just explain everything. I'll be right there. And I just came home, and it was more of the car is a physical thing. It was more of the violation of space thing that really got us.
Yes.
Like in the middle of the night, and I was like, oh, that hurt even more. And then the fact that the interest rates and what we got for the car is completely different than what we got for the other one. So we're paying a lot more. But, hey, it is what it is, and, life still's got to go on.
So you didn't get your car back? Your car didn't come back?
No, they called us like 2 or 3 weeks after we'd gotten the new car and the car had been settled out and everything. And they're like, oh, it's at an impound yard. And I'm like, well, I passed everything along to the insurance company, and they just took care of it from there.
You didn't go look at it?
No, we had a couple personal items in there, but I felt like the emotional thing. I was like, I just didn't want to see that car. I'd already written it off, and seeing it again it was a very emotional time for us.
I get that.
Yeah, I feel that too. Unless it was something really valuable, I would not have gone and looked either. I get it.
It was like a gardening hat, some comic books, and a muzzle for the dog.
But I maybe would have sent a friend down just to tell me, because the cars I've seen on TikTok or Instagram or even YouTube, they're so thrashed, and it is an emotional thing like you're saying, but it's so disrespectful for the fact that this wasn't, hey, to get a couple bucks to help my family get by. This was just a completely F you.
Yeah, it was a joyride.
A complete joyride.
And we name our cars. We name our cars Sebastian, just to give him personality. And so it's like, they didn't just take our car, they took Sebastian.
They took a family member.
Sebastian.
They took a family member. This is terrible.
He's gone.
Sebastian's gone.
And so you got rid of the Kia. Did you get a Hyundai instead? Did you shift?
No, we got it. We're like, no Kias, no Hyundais. We're going straight for a BMW. No, there's no way we could afford that. We went for a Toyota Corolla.
All right.
It's
good for you.
It's a decent car. Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your story, and sorry that happened to you.
Oh, you're very welcome, and thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
This is there you go. So this is more of a you should know segment. It is happening at the clip of like 300 cars a day.
And by the way, he sounded so nice, like he wasn't angry. Like, I would have been so mad.
Poor Sebastian.
Yeah, I know.
The Kia boys gotcha.
Terrible.
X. The Morning X with Barnes and Leslie. 99 X.